That's what playing Zerg does to you, Pappy. True, true. But here we go. We're getting in. We're loading into game one and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the Old Republic. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran. It is Percival. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets because we are moving up with 2 SVs. We're setting up for a proxy. So place your bets all you can. Place your bets, Pappy, because 2 SVs move out for ByuN. We're going for the proxy 2x Reaper. Yeah, the proxy is upon us, and Percival does he scout. Again, it is not uncommon, especially in TvT, to go for proxy Reaper. So Percival, he should have the wherewithal to check nearby, at least at the 3rd location. But this is not at the 3rd location. It's a little bit further out into the open. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to confirm. You can see Percival, he is scouting on the left-hand side. He does check the left-hand side. Oh, that's... oh, no! Oh, God, that's unfortunate. So, Percival, he's going for his own 2 racks. Technically, the build is the same, but the placement is different. ByuN is going for his 2 racks as proxied. Percival, only 1 is proxied. It's a lighter commitment. Now, the problem here is that this racks... The production, the rally from this racks is going to be from the center of the map. So rushing back home defensively, reinforcements will be delayed. They're going to be delayed here. So ByuN is in a better position because he's going to be able to reinforce faster into the main base of Percival. Percival's own reinforcing Reaper is going to be late. It's going to be delayed here coming back home. So ByuN has the advantage. He has the advantage here. Just because of the awkward placement of Percival's Reapers. And if ByuN kills the first Reaper of Percival, that's going to be game. Like, we have to be so careful here with our first couple of units. It all comes down to the micro, to the control, to the reactions. Technically, we could try to base trade, but again, Percival, his base trade is going to be weaker because of his production. So just a really rough position for Percival. Reapers, they do slip in. They slip in. And... yeah, I think that's just game, I'll be honest. So Percival, he's committing across the map to also go for the quote-unquote base trade to get into the mineral line, but it's going to be late. ByuN does hit first. Yeah, boys are being pulled. And ByuN gets the Reaper. Yeah, he does shut it down. Massive pickoff. And this should just be game. Just because ByuN is came for the production as well. Like, he's going to kill all these SCVs and the production. Percival will also kill the SCVs, but again, he doesn't have as much of a handle on the production himself. As every SCV goes down. Does delay the factory. And in the end, we're going to be forcing the lift off. We're going to be forcing all these buildings to lift. But again, you can see ByuN came with that racks. He just has to make sure nothing gets out. Yeah, cancel the Marine. Does cancel the Marine here. Look in the units tab, ByuN has 6 Reapers to the 5 Reapers of Percival. ByuN did miss a Reaper, true, did miss one. Here comes a great migration. We're floating over. Now, even though ByuN is ahead, technically there is a world where maybe Percival can out control, but it shouldn't happen, right? Like, the thing is that ByuN, he should be able to maintain himself. I mean, even here, he's making extra Reapers is the issue. He's making 2 Reapers at a time, and Percival he can only make 1. That's why this is basically a build order win. Like a build order win for ByuN. Like, the fact that only 1 Rax was proxied is just brutal. You can see the difference. 8 Reapers to only 5. And then that's just purely because of the building placement. Getting up to 9 Reapers. Yeah, just diving in the army. We'll clean everything up, and with that, ByuN, he will take a lead here. GG gets called. ByuN takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. With that, ByuN takes the lead in the series. Again, this was a build order win. Unfortunately, if you're in Percival's shoes, what's better in that position? Either both racks is at home or both racks is proxied. To have only one at home and one proxied, like, what can you do? Like, the problem there, as we saw, is that ByuN will kill the economy, but he can also camp one of the racks when it comes to the production. So ByuN, he'll just have a better economy. He'll also have more production. He'll have a larger army. And the only way back there, the only way to win for Percival is for ByuN to miscontrol. If ByuN miscontrol, then sure, there's a chance, but that would be the only chance. Never seen that before. It's happened a decent amount of times for us to like identify like the advantages and disadvantages, I would say. But yeah, it's just a really rough position to be in. We've seen this from I think we casted Clem. Was it Clem versus ByuN? I think Clem versus ByuN. Oh god. I'm trying to remember the map. Clan versus ByuN, I think it was like a reddish map. This was like maybe 2 years ago. Oh god. Post Gressvan. I think post Rise of the Station. Like a couple of years ago. Maybe in the Crimson Court map pool, maybe. But yeah, it's rare, to be fair. It's rare, but it does happen. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to be loading into our next game, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself. We have the South Korean Protoss down in the series. We'll see if he bounce back. It is a Percival. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Shop Rebellion. It is ByuN. Crimson Laboratory. Not quite. Not quite. But yeah, we've to be fair, the scenario that we've casted a lot more is proxy versus proxy, like 2-rack Reaper versus 2-rack Reaper. That's when you force a base trade, and that becomes a lot more closer, a lot more intense. For now, though, we're settling in. We're settling in. I'll look it up. ByuN versus ByuN from like 3 years ago. For now, standard openers. This time there's no proxy, so Rax back at home, single gas opener out of ByuN, so Rax expands overall. ByuN does go for an SCV scout. This is rare. SCV scouts are very uncommon in TvT. So ByuN is just a little bit paranoid, and he wants to make sure that Percival doesn't react with a proxy after losing to a proxy in game 1. So this is a safe reaction here by ByuN, but it does set ByuN slightly behind, as he has one worker that isn't mining compared to Percival, who always workers are, mining, being efficient. ByuN does poke in. Pokes in, pulls away. He had the SCV to tank his shots, but ByuN, he has to get the hell out of here. Has to pull away. He may still lose a worker. Percival does respect it. So we kind of deflect. We bounce off each other. Again, the tall grass here is critical. It's kind of a big aspect here of the early control, and we do see the armies actually pass by each other. Oh no! Percival, he moves out. He moves out. ByuN moves in. ByuN will catch 1, 2 Marines. Nice pickups. And he may even kill the Reaper as well. Yeah, he gets the first 2 shots off. No, not like this. No. Yeah, and with that, Percival, he's in dire straits. He does get a Marine, though. He can try to hold on, but again, he'll lose 2 Marines with the SCV. He's forced out of his natural, and ByuN back at home can chill, can settle in. Oh my god, ByuN rushing to a 3rd CC. A hyper greed here by ByuN, going for a 3rd CC before Starport, getting further ahead economically. Meanwhile, Percival going for a standard 1-1-1. So ByuN is being greedy. ByuN is going to be the defender. Percival is going to be the aggressor. And the pressure's on Percival to find some counter damage. Pressure is on. Hard lead, that's it. It was in the same map pool as Radisson Station. I was looking up the series. Alcyone, Hecate, Oceanborn, Site Delta, Solaris. Yeah. There's a game on Hard Lead where Clem and ByuN, they proxy reaped each other. That was in ESL Open Cup Americas. That was back in 2023. Found it, I found it. Hard Lead. God, that was in the same apple as Site Delta? Jesus. I thought Site Delta was earlier than that. I think it stayed on an extra map pool, I guess. But okay. Here we go. So from here again, ByuN, he does have a very greedy follow-up. His CC's already done. Checking the vision of Percival, I believe he has not seen. Yeah, he hasn't seen anything. So 0 scouting out of Percival. The problem is that right now, Percival, he doesn't know how aggressive or how defensive he needs to be. Right now, he's building up into the mid-game by getting his 3rd CC. And after all that early economic damage, I mean, it makes sense for him to be a little bit more tentative here. But it does mean that ByuN is getting further ahead. There's a scan. He sees the orbital's already done. Percival knows. Percival has to move out. He has to push. Percival cannot let ByuN get the starbase up and running. Otherwise, he will fall further behind. So Percival does bring everything together. He has researched Interference Matrix. He's got 1, 2 Ravens. So 2 Ravens. Tanks are on the high ground. And can ByuN hold on? Does try to bait the army into tank fire. I believe this tank is within range of the gas. Yep. Gas guys is under fire as well. So he is getting damage. Ooh, at the same time, Literally does get into the middle line. 4 CVs. Ay, that should not be happening, but 4 CVs do go down. Do we get 5? Do we get 6? Wow, 6 SCV kills. Ay. Brutal damage. Percival does turn around. Here come the disables. Oh, never mind. But again, he has a lot of disables in his Ravens. Does get turned away by the Vikings. Percival still looking for a way in. Percival still looking for damage. As the Viking count is actually in favor of Percival. Okay. He's in favor. Percival does get within range of the gas geyser. Oh, going for the auto turrets as well. Okay, bold move. Yeah, it does commit in. That's a lot of turrets. Breaks through the tanks, breaks through the Vikings as well. And Percival, he has done it. He has broken the natural. Catching out more SCVs. And ByuN is hurting. Yeah, ByuN is hurting here. As ByuN will now lose that economic advantage. Ravens, now there's no disables. Uh-oh. And ByuN collapses in. He extends in from behind, getting us over the tanks. The tanks are exposed. And that's going to be 1, 2. That's going to be 3 tanks going down. Does he get 4? He does. He cleans up everything. Ay. ByuN, he may have lost part of his mineral line, but again, Percival, he spent all of his energy on auto turrets, so no disables are available. And with that, Percival, he'll lose his army. ByuN, he's counterattacking, he has momentum. And ByuN may just snowball out of control. Look at the tank out here, 5-2. 4 of them load up. He's crazy. Jesus. Okay, ByuN does back off. Making his way towards the natural. Tanks do siege. Tank siege up. Oh my god. Got massive tank volleys. Likewise, one tank is behind the mineral line. Gun sims in, wants that tank. Won't get it. Oh my god, he does. Still gets the tank. Just shut it down. No mining here at the natural. And again, Percival, he's just punished. Punished for committing too hard into the natural ByuN. Oh, that ByuN is gaining a further lead. Getting his 4th base. Getting his 4th on location. Moving out with the 2nd army. ByuN still maintains a tank lead. This Percival, he attempts to expand. Oh, tank gets caught out. He gets 1, he gets 2. No, yeah, he gets 2 tanks go down. Ay, ByuN just pulling Percival apart. Main army does rotate. This, of course, confirms that Percival wants to expand here on the left-hand side. And ByuN, he wants that expansion. Sieging up on top of the high ground. Yeah, tank shots are going off. Oh my god, yeah, massive tank blows on the Marines. 1 tank goes down. And here come the rally, here come the reinforcements. GG gets called, ByuN overwhelms, and ByuN takes game number 2. GG. Whew, GG, well played. ByuN, he does extend his lead. He does extend his lead here in the series. And Percival, he's up against the wall. Again, Percival, he was in a good position. I appreciated him denying mining at the natural base, laying siege upon the gas geyser, catching out a couple of stray units here and there. But for him to commit with the Ravens was a choice that he made. It meant that he no longer had any disables. It meant that he couldn't support his army with auto turrets. He spent all of his turrets at the natural to deal economic damage, which he did do, but it meant that he was vulnerable. His army was vulnerable. He got surrounded. GG. GG, well played. ByuN, he collapsed on the army and just took it from there. It's a very patient play out of ByuN, very patient. And I do think that Percival, he missed some opportunities early on there to attempt to break through and to attempt to punish a 3rd. Well, it's a little bit tentative with his Ravens. But here we go. Here we go. We're loading into that 3rd game, potentially the final game of the series. I'm hoping for a back and forth. I want to see game 4. I want to see game 5, but the pressure is on Percival, and we are loading into a very small map. We're going to be loading into Tourmaline. Oh boy. A smaller map of the map pool. Aggression is favored here. Do we proxy? Do we go for a 2-base move outs? Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out. Spawning in the top right hand corner here of Tourmaline, we have the South Green Terran player. We have the Blue Terran representing himself, currently teamless, and down in the series. He has to fight back here and now to make a series out of this. The pressure is on. It is Percival. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Red Terran player. We have the Red Terran himself representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Here we go. But here we go. We are going to be building up. And we're settling in. So far, the first Rax is back at home. True. No proxy. No proxies. We're calming down. God. I'm ready for breakfast. 2:30 p.m. bad. Gonna make some pancakes. There we go. So far, we're selling in. So far, standard openers. Single gas opener out of ByuN. Sorry, single gas opener out of Percival. Likewise, single gas opener out of ByuN as well. Going for a Rax expand into a later factory. So far, so good. Again, there's no cheese, no shenanigans, no proxies, nothing out on the map. Not yet. Again, we're on Tourmaline. You don't have to proxy to be aggressive on this map. And something that's quite popular here as well, which we could see from either player, is a 2-port, 2-base all-in. Going for a second starport into extra Vikings. Into a 2-base move out. We'll keep an eye on our players. The more modern variation is off of a Raven opener. Just as a heads up. It's often Raven, then into Vikings, then into Liberator. But we'll discuss it further if we confirm. ByuN is moving out. Oh. And the armies they do deflect. Nice shots there from Percival. As Percival he does get away. Difference, of course, is that Percival did sustain some hull damage or some actual damage on the Marine, but the bunker is not done, and Percival pulls back. Behind this, we have our 1-1-1 setups. Starports are on the way, and eyes are open, looking for a second starport. Or looking for a Raven opener even. Reapers they poke in, they get one, they get two SCVs. And two SCVs go down. Already we do see ByuN being more aggressive as well, bearing in mind last game we went for a third CC before starport. This time a straight up 1-1-1. There's the tech lab, and do we go for the add-on swap? No, medevac first, okay. Never mind. We're going for the early tank drop. So Percival is being hyper aggressive. He's going for the early tank into medevac, into drop across the map. ByuN is going to be opening up a Raven, a much more standard opener so far by ByuN. Early tech lab here, in my mind, screams early stim. But Percival's getting ready for his move out, his push. As he can load up that tank and send it across the map. Yeah, tank has arrived. And here comes Percival. Now, as you can imagine, Percival cannot lose this. If he loses this medevac with this tank, that's game. So it's a little bit risky, but it's a big commitment here from Percival. He's moving, he's pushing. Behind this, there will be two Ravens. Percival pokes in, spots the depot. He's going for the mineral. Jesus, he's going straight for the mineral line. Thankfully, no cyclone, so Percival can pick. He can lift up. He can lift. Pulls away at the same time. Hellions towards the natural. Auto turret does defend. And so far, decent damage here by Percival. He has killed one SCV. I mean, he wants more. Oh, the cyclone comes in. Cyclone does come in. Doesn't quite lock on. 3 SCVs going down. And Percival gets out. Whew. Okay, he does get out. Behind this third CC for both players, we're both building up into the mid game. So there's no 2-base all in, just aggression early on by Percival. Thankfully, he does escape with the tank. We'll see ByuN, he has dive potential. He has how many Hellions? 6? 5. 5 Hellions. With the Ravens, with the tank, with the bunker, Percival should be fine. Yeah, ByuN pokes in. Pulls away. These buildings are not fleshy walls. I don't understand. Ah, no. We need an infested Terran skin. Cope, yeah. It's a bit of a shame we never quite got there. Never got there. As Percival, again, he retained the early tank, so he does have the tank lead. Jesus. Up to 4 tanks, double the tank count. Hellions are built to harass. But in a head-on fight, they can't really do much here outside of buffer. Okay, going for the counterattack. ByuN has his triple Raven. One of the Ravens takes a lot of damage. Oof. Bit of miscontrol here by ByuN, throwing away 2 Hellions. 2 Hellions get thrown away, dropping to the main base was distracting him. As we are wasting energy here on these auto turrets. Or forcing to spend energy, I should say. Again, Percival's army is looking terrifying. Up to 5 tanks. ByuN does move out. Now, ByuN does have the Raven lead. So ByuN is up in Ravens, but ByuN is also behind in Vikings. So the goal here should be for Percival to zone away the Ravens with the Vikings. ByuN is moving in. Can he catch other tanks? That does can. There's Massive. There's Massive. Oh my god, the Massive Sable. They're catching out every single tank. Where are the Vikings? No! The tank's going to go down. Vikings are completely out of position. Percival caught with his pants down, and with that, he will lose the engagement. He will lose the position. He will lose the fight. He might just lose the game. Ay, ay, ay. He had the tools to defend. Just the Vikings, they were off doing their own thing. They're off on the right-hand side. Massive tank shots. And with that, GG gets called. Ay, ay, ay. And ByuN, he will take the series 3-0, becoming this week's PiGosaur Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. Again, Percival, he was up in tanks, up in Vikings. We didn't mention that the role there for all those Vikings was to zone away the Banshee. Sorry, zone away the Ravens, I meant to say. Zone away the Ravens. Again, he had a heavy Viking counter. If they can zone away the Ravens, then we never see a disable. We never see the tanks broken in such a way. But the Vikings that were off on the right-hand side, it looks like he was paranoid about a doom drop, about a drop into his main base. So he was patrolling the area outside of his main instead of protecting his tanks, as he did not see the move out. He failed to see the move out. He didn't know how much danger he was in. GG. GG, well played with that. Congratulations. Congratulations to ByuN, as ByuN does claim the series. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congratulations to ByuN. And my condolences to Percival. One wrong move, one wrong misstep, and you will, or you can lose the game. Again, TvT and StarCraft in general is just very unforgiving like that. Very unforgiving. GG. And with that, congratulations. Congratulations to ByuN, does claim the series. My condolences to Percival. But again, shout out to Percival for making it to the finals regardless. To make it to the finals, to beat SOS, and to make it this far in the tournaments. It was a very impressive run here by Percival. Very impressive. GG, well played. With that, we have the rest of our schedule. Here we go. So this is our Wednesday morning cast. Wednesday morning, we just wrapped up with PiGosaur Cup, but later on this evening, we would have been live with the WardyTV Monday broadcast, but I believe I still don't have those replays. I still don't have those matches. So most likely we will not be casting the WardyTV Monday. Most likely we'll have an afternoon off. Most likely. Just double checking here. Yeah. So we'll be having the afternoon off, so no cast this afternoon, bear that in mind. We might stream some Final Fantasy, or I might have a cheeky ladder session, but when it comes to casting on the Cranky Ducklings, that will not be happening. So no cast this evening. Meanwhile, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days straight of Home Story Cup Group D and Home Story Cup playoffs are going to be taking place over the next 4 days. That is going to be a replay catch-up cast, of course. We have the Pond cast tomorrow evening, we have MSO Saturday evening, and we have Sparkling Tuna Cup Sunday evening as well. So for the most part, 2 casts today, but as I just mentioned, we will not be having a WardyTV Monday broadcast this afternoon, just as a heads up. If you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. You will get a link to our Patreon page, so you can help support us there if you wish. Likewise, you can actually see the Patreon goal just under my portrait, just under the cam, pappy. Can see our goals there. Currently we do earn 601 USD a month out of our current goal of 670, and again 100% of that money goes towards our tournaments. It all goes towards our tournaments, our open cups, and our amateur events as well. You can help us grow our tournaments via the Patreon. You can help us grow. Otherwise, thank you so much. If you see something that you like here, and if it's at a really rough time zone or time slot for you, then consider checking out the VODs. We do stream and we do cast on a daily basis. Plenty of tournaments, plenty of StarCraft, plenty of games are going on. And !, or YouTube. YouTube is the place to be. Check out our YouTube channel. YouTube is where all the VODs are uploaded on a daily basis. Plenty of content, plenty of VODs, plenty of StarCraft. Otherwise, thanks for watching. It is 2:30 p.m., 2:35 p.m. here in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'm gonna go get some rest, and of course get some food ready for the bunnies as well. Get them some food, and look after them as well. So again, thanks for watching. Again, I might go live on my personal channel, !light in the chat. I do stream occasionally on my channel, sometimes some StarCraft, sometimes some other games like Final Fantasy or Spider-Man or Final Fantasy or or something else going on there. You can find me on my personal channel. I do not stream here. Cranky Ducklings, we reserve this for StarCraft casting and StarCraft related content. Other content is on our personal channels. Divinity, true. We've been playing through Divinity slowly but surely, getting through it in preparation for the new Divinity game as well. True. Divinity's been a lot of fun. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Spider. We'll get there. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow for some Home Story Cup or for the podcast. See you tomorrow. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. See you next time.